Okay, so intro to the tractor video. As you can see, I got the tubes back out of the TA, and I'm really glad that I did. It turned out that the O-rings were had done the same thing going into the TA as they did on the outside, where it actually kind of peeled off the outer layer of the O-ring. So I'm really glad that I was able to that I took them out, decided to take them out, and because it's very possible that they might not have held pressure in the TA. But anyways, I've got the new O-rings. The tubes are out. So the next episode, it's transmission going back together. I also got that rebuild kit for the brake valve assembly, so I was able to get that cylinder, that valve assembly cleaned up, and I'm going to be taking that apart, rebuilding that. Also put the brake pedals into the sandblaster, and I had an issue with there's a stop, like a bolt stop onto the brakes that can be adjusted so that the pedal doesn't go down all the way, or the pedal doesn't keep going down all the way, and that was busted off on both brake pedals, so I've got to fix that. So got some video in that you'll be seeing this week, and it's gonna be me removing these tubes that are another pain in the ass to get them things out of there, but you'll see that, and fixing the brakes, cleaning up that brake valve assembly. So next video is going to be putting the transmission back together and probably rebuilding that brake valve assembly, but I'll bring you back to that. Okay, I'm not going to make this a beef production. One of the things that I wanted to do is Mark left me a part number for a rebuild kit for that brake valve cylinder. Yeah, the brake valve. So I've got that ordered. I called my international dealer this morning. They didn't have it in stock, but they thought they'd have it in by Thursday. So as long as I know that I can get it, I'm gonna go ahead, power wash these things, get them cleaned up. As long as I'm power washing something, I've got the brake pedal assembly off so that I can get that cleaned up too. And then I'm going to start pulling the brake valve assembly apart with the intention of having it rebuilt. When my power washer gets air in it, it won't work. It's one of them Craftsman, and it's got an automatic air, see the air in it? It's got one of those air sensors on it, and it cuts the engine out when you get air in it. Then you gotta wait till the air gets out before the thing will kick back in again. Kind of stupid. Guess it's not stupid, but it just doesn't work efficiently. one of the brake pedals that I've got in the vise. The reason why I've got it in the vise, I was going to, on the other pedal, there's this like stopping bolt that's on there. On this one, it's broken off. It looks like it's been broken off for a long time. So what I wanted to do is make another one. I want to pull this one apart, and this thing had been broken too, and what they had done is just screwed it in there. You can tell that it's been broken for a long time because it's all rusty. They just screwed it in. There's like half a thread that you can get it into, and then they just tightened down the set screw on it. Yeah, now on camera I won't be able to get it started again, but yeah, they had done that. Just started it like that and had the set screw tightened down on it. So now what I've got to do is I'll have to pull them both out. I'll get a drill and a remover and pull them both out, make a couple of new ones for it. I have to tell you, one of the first very few times that I've been able to get a broken bolt out. I'll bring you back. Okay. Probably just a brief overview, and I probably mentioned this before in part of this video, is that I am going to pull these tubes out of the TA and replace those O-rings in there. They got kind of sheared off when I put the original ones in. I was able to get some more O-rings. My IH dealer had O-rings. When I called them about the gasket kit for the brake valve, I also asked about the O-rings, and they had them in stock. So what I'm going to do is pull these tubes back out again, and you can be witness to that. And as soon as I get the parts, now it's Thursday morning right now, and I still haven't received a call from my IH dealer that the parts are in yet, but as soon as I get those parts in, yeah, here we go again. This is going to be a bear getting these things out of there. Yeah, it's a good thing that I did pull it out, because you know what it did is that hopefully you're going to be able to see that it sheared that rubber off, that O-ring off in there too. Yeah, it's a good thing that I did pull it out. Let me what I've got to do is get a pick so that I can get that O-ring off, and I'll pull it out. I'll bring you back. Again, I don't know how much of this you can really see, but all I'm trying to do is get that, guess I shouldn't get such a sharp pick, huh? Get that O-ring off of there. And try and not drop it and lose it inside of here. Well, it looks fairly intact, but it's not. It actually, I'll try and give you a better shot of it. Let me get the other part of it off that peeled off. So if you guys do this, just know that the O-rings that come in that kit that you think are the better fit are not the ones. The ones that are loose are actually the ones, and that's the part that are peeled off. And that should come right out of there now. No, it's not going to come out right now because now I've got burrs on it from where I put them pliers on it. And again, I'm going to have to clean up those burrs on that thing. See how hard the next one's going to be. Yeah. Let me bring you back. I've got to get that. I can't even turn it with these things, even though they grip so well. Let me get a pair of small channel locks and see if I can start rotating it. What I did was stuck a tap in the end of it because it's really hard. I stuck a tap in the end of it and was able to thread it in just a little bit. See, I can't even turn it with this damn thing. It's really bound up. It's coming. Anyways, I stuck a tap in there and just got a couple of threads, enough so that I could start that bolt and just be able to pry out on it a little bit. Man. This is exactly why I didn't want to take them off, but I'm so glad that I did. I'll bring you back. There's the second one out, and there's that bolt that I kind of got in there a little bit. Let me pull that apart and I'll show it to you. See, it was only in there by like 2 threads. And hopefully you can see that. That's where I sent that tap in there. I'll show it to you. I don't know whether it's going to work. I got this one in less than the previous one, but it did work. And again, let me go through this. The manual says that these things are supposed to come out easy. Now, I don't know. The original ones did not come out easy. If you saw that video, you saw me struggling with it. And again, now I know that I've used oversized O-rings on this thing, but man, it seems like these things just come out so damn hard. But I'll bring you back. I gotta pull that O-ring off, and then I'll pull that tube out too. And I've gotta call them, see if the parts came in so I can go down and get them. Okay, a little handheld shot here. There are the 3 tubes out, and the pieces of O-rings that were on the inside. As you can see, the O-rings are still on the outside of the tube. But all of the O-rings did the exact same thing on the inside going into the TA, even though that is beveled. and I'm not sure if that light is, you can see it because of the light. Hopefully if I block it, you can see the port on that TA is beveled to help it go in, and it still did that same thing. But again, apparently I used the wrong O-rings on it, and when I do get the correct O-rings, I will show you going back in, but I'll bring you back. So I went down today, got the gasket kit for the brake valve assembly. And I gotta tell you, I'm liking it better already. Look at the instructions. At least it gives some instructions, and it gives a list of basically everything that's in the kit, which is cool. Better than that package that I got for the trans gasket kit. But I'm not going to get into that again. All right, I'll bring you back. Well, when I went down there, I also got the O-rings for the tubes. Now, I got to tell you, I had an O-ring kit, and it does not have the O-rings that are the size that are needed for the tubes. The size that are needed for the tubes are 5/8 by half by 1/16 inch gasket, and a standard O-ring kit does not have that. And let me take you over to it. See, their 5/8 is by 13/16 by 3/32, so it probably would work, but I don't want to take a chance. For $1 a piece, I got the O-rings from International, and I'll just use them. They're the correct part number for it. So I'll bring you back.